They're all in and they're set to go, and the starter's now going to the platform. Starting signal given. Racing Avilda began brilliantly. Blessed Tycoon hesitated at the start, missed it a length or so. Sophie's Girl Asdam fast away. Figure On, ridden with urgency in the early stages, coming across in the bad. Walsh is keen to lead on her by the looks of it, and he's got her in front. At the winning post the first time, Figure On crossing over towards the rails, 3/4 of a length in front of Avilda. Keena's to third on the outside, Mystic Lady in the centre, Sea Mirage a little wide, then Sophie's Gold went to Asdam, followed by Miss Cortona, Adjourn and Zakushla. She's midfield, she's 8 lengths off the leader. Our Angel outside of Blessed Tycoon, getting well back pole to Princess Alsari, and Judy's Act is 10 lengths behind the second last horse. Negotiating the next bend, sweeping towards the back, 1350 metres out. Figure On cruising along out in front. She's found the fence. She's a length and a half clear. Into second place on the outside there is Keena, followed by Avilda. She's tucked away third on the inside. Carl giving her a lovely run, third on the rails. One to Mystic Lady. Speed looks very genuine, followed by Sophie's Gold. They're spread out over plenty of ground. Then there's a gap of 3 lengths to Sea Mirage outside of Asdam. Another 2 to Zakushla. She's still 8 to 10 off the lead. Miss Cortona inside of her. Then Our Angel Adjourn, followed by Blessed Tycoon, pole to Princess Alsari, and Judy's Act is last of all, and she must be the best part of 20 off the lead. On to the next bend, 800 metres to go. Figure On by a length and a half. Keena second, Avilda third, followed by Mystic Lady, Sophie's Gold, followed then by Sea Mirage, who's just niggled at to hold her ground. Asdam on the inside, then Zakushla, Miss Cortona's hard-ridden, Blessed Tycoon, Our Angel, then Adjourn, pole to Princess Alsari, and Judy's Act. Approaching the home turn, 500 metres to go. Figure On will straighten up by a length on Avilda. Avilda getting clear of the rails now. She's about to come to the outside. Oh, there's a bit of trouble on the corner there. There's interference. One's down. Mystic Lady fell. Straightening up now. 300 metres to go. Figure On, she's kicked. Avilda's into the clear if she's good enough. Figure On still a length in front of Avilda. Sophie's Gold to the outside is running on strongly. Figure On in front of Avilda. She's cutting her down with every stride. Figure On and Avilda. Avilda poked her nose in front. Oh, look at her go. The last little bit, Avilda. Avilda's too good. She drew away. She beat them easily. Avilda first. Figure On second. Third, Sophie's Gold. Fourth, Zakushla. Followed in by Keena, Sea Mirage, Asdam, then Miss Cortona. Well back was Blessed Tycoon, then Adjourn, pole to Princess Our Angel, Alsari, Judy's Act, the last one over the line. There's a fallen horse on the home turn, and the jockey's down. Mystic Lady came down on the turn into the straight. Jockey sitting up. Who was our rider there? Chris Reith.
Number 1 Avil, $2.50 and $1.40. 2 Figure On, $2.30, and number 5 Sophie's Gold at $4 even.
1 Avilda to pay $2.60, $1.60. 2 Figure On, $2.10, and 5 Sophie's Gold, $5.30 there. Rose Hill, the previous.
3/4 a neck. The time 1:21:11.
National Racing Service, Triple S FM, and we'll get any word we can on those fallen riders there for you in Brisbane after the running of the previous race number 4. This is the Triple S National Racing Service Saturday afternoon edition. We'll take a break and then we'll be back to update some more markets for you.
Presses the button, they're off. Lone Cypress on the inside began okay. Matura with Oregon Seal pushing forward for Young Millum. Lone Cypress on the inside, and now Intelligent further out is going forward. It's Lone Cypress joined by Intelligent, and also now working forward was Mysterio pushing up third. Just behind them, Ballyconneely and Oregon Seal is on the inside. 2 lengths away, then came Latash, followed by Super Wench, 2.5 to Defined. Then came Camargue, settling worse than midfield on the inside, followed by Xenia. In behind those runners, just a little bit trapped, a little wide, followed behind them in turn by Mature on the inside and Chamaro outside it. About 15 lengths would cover the field. Inside the 800 they go, and it's Mysteria here up on the outside of Lone Cypress, about a neck between them, with Mysteria just holding the front now, drew a length in front, Lone Cypress. They're being followed now by Ballyconneely pushing up. The Super Wench was further out, followed by Intelligent, then came Defined. Oregon Seal getting shuffled back on the inside, just a little bit behind them with Latash. Then came Chamaro, Xenia well back, Camargue sticks to the inside, and Matura last of all. Mysteria has been very well back, turns for home, 300 out, about a length in front from Super Wench, who's running on, and then Ballyconneely, but it's Mysteria. Super Wench after it quickly. Oregon Seal's into the clear, and further out Defined, and just a little bit Super Wench has taken the lead. Oregon Seal's into the clear, coming on quickly. Oregon Seal now after Super Wench. Wench further out just a little bit, but taking the lead in the shadows of the post, Oregon Seal, and comes away in a very soft win for young Lonergan Millam. Wins at a length and a half. Super Wench has run second, third in just a little bit. Then Defiant, followed in by Matura, picking up ground. Mysteria behind those, followed in by Latash. Further back in the race, then we had Ballyconneely, Shamaro, Xenia, Lone Cypress, Intelligent, and Camargue back at the tail.
Number 8, Oregon Seal, 5.40, 2.50. 11, Super Wench to pay $2.60. And number 6, Just a Little Bit at $5.90.
8 Oregon Seal, 5.70, 2.40. 11 Super Wench, 2.90. 6 Just a Little Bit, $5.20. The National Racing Service, Triple SFM, riding change, Sydney the last, race number 8. And the riding change is on there, number 3, Burdick and Ladders, now Jason Lee. Jason Lee onto Burdick and Ladders. We go back to Narrabundah, wrap up the previous at the Greyhounds with Kel.
There's the red light. They're racing, and Danazar from the inside hopped out nicely. Ez was away fast with Tantalus, and also showing good speed here was White Hart Lane, and King's going to take the filly to the lead in the early stages. Oliver pushing up underneath him on Danazar, though, in that group as well. We had Tantalus and Jungle Lyrics just in behind those Ez. Around its outside was Ghetto from Ormiston, then Rally, Exalted Lad, and about 4 to all-time high last of all. White Hart Lane now a clear leader at the 1,200-metre mark, leads by a bit over a length and a half. Danazar was racing second on the inside of Tantalus and Jungle Lyrics. Right behind those then was Ez. In that group, Ormiston, and deeper out on the track was Ghetto, starting to improve now for Dye. Rally next on the inside from Exalted Lad, and 2 away last of all was All Time High. 800 metres left to travel, and White Hart Lane in front. King's been able to control the race here, leads by 3/4. Jungle Lyrics getting closer on the outside. Danazar back on the inside was third, then Tantalus. Ez was next from Ghetto, then Exalted Lad, Rally, Ormiston, and All Time High. She's not stretching out, she's 4 lengths away last of all. Up towards the home turn now in the Smoke-Free Sires Produce Stakes. They've got a bit over 500 metres to run, and White Hart Lane still leads by about a length to Danazar on her inside, then Jungle Lyrics. Ez about to come to the outside from Rally. Further back Tantalus, then All Time High, Ormiston, Ghetto, and Exalted Lad. White Hart Lane the leader at the 300. Danazar went through on her inside. Ez coming at the pair, then All Time High. Gee, she's made good ground. All Time High. White Hart Lane tackled by Ez. He had to switch course. Gauchi on All Time High, then Danazar. Ez in front. White Hart Lane fighting back. All Time late, but Ez wins the Sires Produce. Ez by 3/4 to All Time High. Might have been a good thing beaten. A close third, White Hart Lane, then Danazar. Rally next from Tantalus, Exalted Lad, Ormiston, then Ghetto, and Jungle Lyrics back at the tail. Number 10, Ez at cricket score odds here, $38 for the win. Number 10. Number 10 at big odds, Ez takes out the Smoke-Free Sires Produce Stakes, continuing the great run for Mark Kavanagh. His stable just on fire at present. That's his 15th city winner for the season, Mark, but he's been training them everywhere in the last 3 or 4 weeks. And Ez has got home, a bit of a wave of the whip there from Joe Bowditch right on the line, getting home by probably 3/4 of a length from All Time High. Well, what a run she has been. It looked like she wouldn't stretch out in the early stages. She was always back last and a conspicuous last, but she finally picked up the bit once they turned for home. And Gauchi, the run he was hoping for halfway up the home straight, just never eventuated. And he eventually had to pull around the leaders. And she's only gone under by about 3/4 of a length. We're getting a look at the head-on now. White Hart Lane in front. Danazar going through on her inside. Ez quickly moving up. And then All Time High was going to try and go for the run between White Hart Lane and Ez. Gauchi then decided he was going to run out of room there. Switched around them. Having had a look at that, though, he didn't really have to stop riding, so it's pretty hard to take anything away from the winner. Number 10, Ez, having just her 3rd start for the Mark Kavanagh stable today. Former Queensland filly. And she's taken out the Group 3 Smoke-Free Sires Produce Stakes. Number 10, Ez, a brown filly 2 by Military Plume out of Zadola. A Zephyr Bay mare owned by M. Simonson and J. O'Mara. Joe Bowditch for Mark Kavanagh.
Righto, Terry, a $38 pop wins the Group 3 Sires Produce Stakes in Adelaide. And by crikey, there were a few in that didn't handle the heavy ground, particularly the Crown Lodge horse, Ghetto. It dipped and stumbled 2 or 3 times in the straight. Not a mud runner, Ghetto. 10, 9 and 8 And Joe Bowdy's very pleased with himself, winning one of his most important races to date. Okay.
They're off from the 1500 gates. A pretty fair line. Miss Zambezi straight to the lead now. The heavily backed De Cash moving into second. Posse followed by Crown Duo. Go with Dancer's Stage Whisper. A length and a half further back is Passmore, who's travelling over on the inside of Act Natural. 2.5 to 3 lengths Hut. And one further off is Pinnacle Road. They gallop their way to the 1100 and quickly Johnny Marshall scoots to the lead on the Dane Hill Colt. I refer to De Cash and he opens up just under 2 lengths now on Miss Zambezi. Hunted into third position. Go with Dancers from Stage Whisper around its stablemate Crown Duo. And then a break to Act Natural, followed by Passmore on the fence, Hut second last. And Pinnacle Road brings up the rear to the side of the track at the 800. And De Cash steadied in the lead, 3/4 on Miss Zambezi and Go with Dancers. Crown Duo is racing fourth on the inside of Stage Whisper, who's being tracked there by Act Natural. Passmore on the inside and 2 lengths to Hut, and 3 further back is Pinnacle Road. This is the pattern working along to the corner at the 500. And De Cash making play, nearly a length on Miss Zambezi. Wider still is Go with Dancers. Then Stage Whisper followed by Crown Duo pegged in, and wider out on the track is Act Natural from Hut, Passmore and Pinnacle Road. De Cash shaken up at the 250. On the outside, Miss Zambezi's giving it a race, but De Cash is fighting on solidly. De Cash kicked away now from Miss Zambezi. Hut on the outside is setting a sail after De Cash, making a good fist of it too. De Cash joined by Hut. Hut going home by far the better, and Hut draws away to beat De Cash and Miss Zambezi, followed by Crown Duo, Stage Whisper with Passmore, Go with Dancers, Act Natural next to last, and Pinnacle Road last throughout. Number 1, the winner, Hut. Rod.
1 Hut to pay 420, 180, 5 De Cash, 170, 6 Miss Zambezi, 270.
Cash, number 5, 170, 6 Miss Zambezi, $3.50. By Dane Hill from Ivy Cottage. Hut, trained by John Hawkes, gives John and the owners, the Woodland Stud Syndicate, a double. They scored in the third race with Progress. And Hut has now had 16 starts for 2 wins, 2 seconds and 3 thirds. Officially 1, 5 and 6, 4.
To jump. They're racing. Kazakh Bell half jumped in the air at the start, and something happened to Figurehead shortly after the start as well. He either dug in the toes or he missed the kick badly because he's back at the rear of the field. Jean's Interest is in front of Pointillism as they come up to the winning post the first time. Humanique is a neck away third. Reputed Groom, Mick is sliding over a little closer to the rails on Reputed Groom. He's just a little bit deep at the moment. Now he's sliding into a trail. He's outside of Lord Oscar, then Figurehead, and Kazakh Bell is at the rear. Jean's Interest finds himself in front as they go to the turn out of the straight. Pointillism is pulling the jockey boy out of the saddle. He's keen to go faster, but he's restraining him. Jean's Interest a half length in front. Pointillism is sitting second. Humanique's 2 lengths away third. Fourth, Lord Oscar. A break of 2 lengths then to Reputed Groom, who's fifth, followed by Kazakh Bell. And last of all is the odds-on favourite, Figurehead. Running into the back, 1,200 metres out. And the leader, Jean's Interest, a half length in front of Pointillism, who's settled a little bit better. 2 away third, Humanique. Lord Oscar tucked away fourth on the inside. Then there's a break of 2 to Reputed Groom, followed by Kazakh Bell, and Figurehead's a length off last. They're at the 1,000-metre point now, and it's Jean's Interest having a pretty easy run in front. He leads by a head on Pointillism. Lord Oscar through to be third inside of Humanique, then Reputed Groom. He's fifth. He's about 3 lengths from the leader. Then Kazakh Bell, and last of all is Figurehead. Figurehead is right on the heels of Reputed Groom, and he'll follow up behind him as they come down the side. And with 700 metres to go, Jean's Interest a half length in front of Pointillism. Lord Oscar third. Fourth is Humanique, followed by Reputed Groom. He's ridden forward now, then Kazakh Bell. And Walsh is working overtime on Figurehead at the moment, and he's going nowhere at this particular time as they straighten up with 400 metres to go. Jean's Interest has kicked away from them. Jean's Interest almost 3 lengths in front of Lord Oscar and Humanique. Reputed Groom coming to the outside, and he just bumped into Kazakh Bell there. They're having a real bumping duel at the moment. It's Jean's Interest in front of Lord Oscar. Here comes Mick Dittman now on the outside on Reputed Groom, and Kazakh Bell. She got clear of the sandwich. She burst through as she hit the lead, and Kazakh Bell is going to come away at the end. Kazakh Bell first, Lord Oscar second, Reputed Groom got third. Then Humanique, Jean's Interest, Figurehead, and Pointillism, the last one over the line.
Number 5, Kazakh Bell, Jim Byrne, 10.90, 3.30. Number 6, Lord Oscar at $8.50. No third for number 3, Reputed Groom.
5 Kazakh Bell to pay 8.40, 3.40, 6 Lord Oscar 10 even, and 3 Reputed Groom no third dividend. The National Racing Service, Triple S FM. Showery and heavy, please note, at Morfettville. Showery and heavy now the verdict for Morfettville today. Perth the first, 752, 7 Sovereign Blazer, 850 to 25.
Quickly, Blazing Sun and Montcalm Wolf and Darrahim are all pushing forward with Our Savat. Blazing Sun had the lead from Darrahim on the outside, settling down. Sir Boomer's out deep over on the inside. Chow Baby from Montcalm Wolf and about 3 out Our Savat. 2.5 Amazon Lad, 2 further back Typhoon. They went a little hard early over on the inside Pearl Prince, then Our Unicorn from Yasser, and last of all coming down the side Ancona Trend. At the side of the track they race at the 900 metre mark. Darrahim up outside Blazing Sun. 3/4 then Sir Boom 3 deep, a length further back Montcalm Wolf. 4th, 5th on the inside Chow Baby, a neck the outside Our Savat. 2 to Amazon Lad, 2 Typhoon, a length and a half Pearl Prince. 3/4 Our Unicorn, 8 off the front, followed by Yasser, and 2 to Ancona Trend last of all. 600 out. Darrahim about a half length in front of Blazing Sun. Then Sir Boom under some pressure. Montcalm Wolf inside it from Our Savat. Chow Baby trying to get out from the fence, and Amazon Lad pulling out deep. And going around the outside of those late will be Typhoon, followed by Yasser. In the straight, Blazing Sun grabbed by Darrahim. Chow Baby into the clear, right down the outside, Amazon Lad. And now Typhoon coming with a run. He's pegging them back, Typhoon. He's raced quickly to Amazon Lad from Montcalm Wolf. It's all over. Typhoon is sprinting away and races 3 in front of Amazon Lad. Yasser to 3rd, but Typhoon wins in a canter by 3.5 to Amazon Lad. 2.5 away 3rd is Yasser from Montcalm Wolf, then Pearl Prince. Our Unicorn finishing off fairly well. Poor run Chow Baby, followed by Our Savat. Well back Ancona Trend, Sir Boom, Blazing Sun and Darrahim last of all.
4 Typhoon, 490, 210, number 13, second Amazon Lad, 780 for third, number 8 Yasser to pay $2.40. Now,
Number 4, Typhoon to return on the Super Tab, $4.80 and $2 even. 13, Amazon Lad, $6.60. And number 8 for third, Yasser, $2.60. The National Racing Service, 7 minutes to 3. And we'll be heading off to the call of the next on the program shortly there at the Gold Coast, race number 6. And another look at the board for the 6th at the Gold Coast finds that number 1 there is Rising Dart 13-4, 2 That Dream 50 and 8, 3 Barbarian 16-4, 20. Number 4 Betts 10 and 270 is not the favourite though. Number 5 Gold Heart is 26-630, 6 Little Wiz 26-5, 7 out, 8 Shannon Star 750-230, 9 The London Banker the favourite 310-240. 10 Might Be 12-390, 11 out, 12 Lively Little Lady, 10 and 250, 13 Krona Lady, 10 and 280, 14 out, 15 Galissa, 12-390 and 16 in position, 24 and 6, 17, 18 out, 12,000 the pool, and those selections 8 is special from 1 and 3, race 6 at the Gold Coast at 254. 4 Bets is the late male selection there.
And they're off. And one of the best out was Edward Bray. Gypsy's Daughter jumped nicely, and the same for Lanolin. Midnight Babe is not far away with room for a slew. Tightened up a little. Mr. Bureaucrat moving up with Spying, and then a gap to King Win, followed by Bombast. Further away is Rip On By, and then comes Lady L8 and Star Covet back towards the rear of the field as they travel 200, now 400 metres going to the first corner. In the old language, 2 furlongs, and the leader is now the favourite, Mr. Bureaucrat. Len Beasley takes Mr. Bureaucrat to a lead of a length on Bombast and Lanolin, and then comes on the inside Breakdance. A length further back is Edward Bray, and then a gap to Gypsy's Daughter, followed by Spying over on the inside Midnight Babe. Between Spying and Midnight Babe is Tyrrell, and then Room for a Slew parked on the inside of King Win from Rip On By. Second last Lady L8 and Star Covered is last. Bombast is the clear leader now, racing along towards the 1,000 marker and halfway pole. Bombast with a lead of a length and 3/4. Edward Bray to second. Third is Lanolin. Mr. Bureaucrat back to 4th, and Gypsy's Daughter's found herself on a limb, but improving her posse rather quickly. Breakdance on the rails, and then Spying trapped out wide, followed by Tyrrell, King Win, Midnight Babe. Then Room for a Slew, a length to Rip On By, and 2 lengths to Lady L8 on the inside of Star Covet. Working their way to the side, 700 out on the Lord Mayor's Cup, and Bombast the leader. A half length or so on Edward Bray. A length the Gypsy's Daughter, followed by Lanolin. Fifth is Mr. Bureaucrat. Sixth and wider out is Spying, followed by Breakdance, and then a gap of a length the Tyrrell, followed by King Win. Two further off Midnight Babe, Room for a Slew. Rip on by Lady L8 and Star Covered as last around the corner. Bombast joined by Edward Bray and Gypsy's Daughter put pay to that pair. A length further back is Mr. Bureaucrat is into the clear, and on the outside is Spying, coming down to the 200 marker. Gypsy's Daughter more than a length on. Mr. Bureaucrat Spying on the outside, and two to Tyrrell, King Win and Room for a Slew. But Gypsy's Daughter's in no danger. Justin Sheehan puts the whip away, and away goes Gypsy's Daughter. Gypsy's Daughter beat Spying, Breakdance, Rip on by and Mr. Bureaucrat. Photo for the minor. And then came Lanolin in further back. Lady L8, Bombast, and then Tyrrell, Midnight Babe, Edward Bray, followed by King Win, Room for a Slew and Star Covered. Too good. Number 4, Gypsy's Daughter.
Number 4, Gypsy's Daughter there in Sydney on the Super Tab. Will return a dividend of, as those final placings come up, for Gypsy's Daughter, 4.72 even. Photo the minors.
Paid $5 even for the win and $2.10 for the place. Justin Sheehan for Cambridge trainer Richard D, owners Mr. G. Hines, Mrs. G. Hodson, Mr. P. McVinney, and Mr. B. Jensen by me Preferido from Jean Gordon, a 5-year-old bay mare. And Gypsy's Daughter has been able to score. Number 2 is second. That is Spying, written by John Marshall. The winner, Gypsy's Daughter, at $5 and $2.10. Number 2, Spying, second, has paid $2.60. And number 13 is third, and that is Breakdance. And Breakdance's dividend is exactly $5 neat.
Post position's very important from this 1640 start here. They're racing. Whistler began nicely. Aconate actually beat them out. Front row began okay with the Golden Dane. French Raven fast away. Let's Cruise hesitated at the start. She's dropped back to midfield on the inside of PlayStation. Mr. Esteem and Value 8 both wide running into the first bend, and Carter's pressing on with Value 8. He's going up towards the leaders. Valiant Road, Bear Raid getting back with Romanza Telesio, and Sawmill Sally immediately drops to the rear. Sweeping into the back, 1,200 metres to go. Aconate just in front of the Golden Dane. Value 8 going up to join them, but he's off the track. Whistler a length and a half away fourth. Racing on the inside of French Raven, front row, and Mr. Esteem. He must be 5 wide as they run along the back. PlayStation next, then little Let's Cruise over on the inside. Lord Alanon's well back with Bear Raid. Then Telesio, Romanza, Valiant Road's well back in the field, and Sawmill Sally's last of all, negotiating the next bend at the half mile. And it's Aconate in the leader, a neck in front. Value 8 sneaking in a little closer now. He's in second berth. Whistler's a length away third. The Golden Dane is now trailing Value 8. Mr. Esteem, he's had no luck in the run at all. He's fifth but 3 wide. Let's Cruise is over on the inside. Munce is taking the shortcuts at the moment. French Raven next in the centre. One to PlayStation, front row, followed by Lord Allen on Valiant Road. Then Bear Raid, well back to Lesio, Romanza and Sawmill Sally. Heading for the judge in the Doomben Classic. Aconaton's the leader. The jock's pretty confident. He snuck 1 look. He snuck 2 looks over the shoulder. Now he goes for home, and Aconaton booted away from them. 3 lengths in front. Let's Cruise and PlayStation storming home on the outside. Aconaton's in front. PlayStation's up to second. Then Let's Cruise. But Aconaton, he's well clear with 100 metres to go. Yes, he's got the Classic well within his reach. And Aconaton goes to the post, and he holds PlayStation to win by 2 lengths. Third over the line there, Telesio just in advance of Let's Cruise. Followed in by the Golden Dane, and then Lord Elenon, Sawmill Sally and Whistler. Front row, Valiant Road. Well back in the field was Value 8. He stopped in the straight. Second last was Mr. Esteem, never on the track, and French Raven, one of the last over the line.
Number 3, Aconate, 850, 220. 9, PlayStation, 360. Number 8, Telesio, to pay $11.60.
3, Aconaton, 750, 240. 9 for second, PlayStation, 390, and 8 for third, Telesio, to pay $9.60. Melbourne is next on the National Racing Service, Triple S FM. Now, did we wrap up the greyhounds? We did, I think, so we'll get more details there shortly. The next at the greyhounds, race number 7 at 3:33. Brisbane.
Second place goes to number 9, PlayStation, written by Stathi Katsidas. Third place to number 14, Let's Cruise.
Third time 136.60.
Off and running. Came out in a reasonable line. Prize fighter Tristalik got back a little after the start with Thong and Pushbike. Anarchy Walk first out here from a quiver, and going forward on the outside, Geronimo Run today. Geronimo Run's gone up on the outside of Anarchy Walk, a length and a half Malachite and a quiver. Then further back, Cal Power fifth. They went hard early from Grand Parade. Hung over the inside and working forward, Tristalik up in the centre. A length and a half, Crasher Macaulay, followed further back by Thong and Pushbike. Further back, Mr. Giacomo and Prize Fighter. Crasher Macaulay shuffle back to second last. They dropped the speed at the 850 metre mark. Anarchy Walk, 1.5, Geronimo Run. A quiver third, fourth on the race, Malachite. Fifth back in the middle is Cal Power. Then hung over sixth, the fence from Grand Parade. Tristalik back in the middle, the inside, then Prize Fighter. Pushing through in the middle, Crasher Macaulay from Thong and Pushbike. And last of all, Mr. Giacomo. Anarchy Walk tried to get a break at the 500 metre mark. It's well off the rail, about 3 in front now from Geronimo Run. Cal Power, a quiver, and then Grand Parade, followed by Malachite. Then Thong and Pushbike. Crasher Macaulay is 6 lengths off them. Tristalik doing nothing and back to the inside, hung over. Anarchy Walk in the straight, well out in the middle, about 2 in front. From on the outside, Cal Power from a quiver. Then further back is Thong and Pushbike. Malachite followed further back in the race by Crasher Macaulay. Anarchy Walk getting tied. They've got him out wide here. Thong and Pushbike, the greys, raced up with Malachite. And back in the middle, Geronimo Run, but Thong and Pushbike took the lead, and Thong and Pushbike came on to win. Malachite grabbed second. I think Grand Parade just third. Geronimo Run and close up the inside, Mr. Giacomo. Further back, Anarchy Walk. They ran over the top of him from Cal Power. Further back, Crasher Macaulay never came into the race. Then Prize Fighter, a quiver knocked up, and Tristalik's beaten 1 home, and that's hung over.
Number 3, Thong and Pushbike, 10.10 and 2.70. Number 10, second, Malachite, $5 even. For third, number 5, Grand Parade. It should pay about $6.40.
Correct weight, Doomben on 3.9.14.
3, Thong and Pushbike, they're $11.50 and $2.70. Number 10, Malachite to pay $5.20, and number 5 for third, Grand Parade, $6.
A photo. 3 in a photo here, Thong and Pushbike, the grey, right out past the middle, finishing over the top of them to get up and score.
Almost set at the coast, and Kalora Queen, the favourite, at 2.20, $1.40.
Belmont Race 3, 1 young.
Favourite Damien Oliver's Mount El Mirada, 460 ahead of Mastic 510. He's drawn right off the track. Rancho Spark 660, Parak Gold 980. Just imagine if Rancho Spark can win, what a week it'll round off for young Matthew Gatt, who exactly 1 week ago rode his first Group 1 winner when he won the South Australian Derby on Blue Murder. So a Group 1 double in the space of 7 days would be beyond the wildest dreams of this popular kid, Matthew Gatt. All right, we are about set to take you to Terry McAuliffe at the very pretty Morfordville Racecourse, only 7 kilometres from the city centre in Adelaide, so the locals don't have too far to travel at all. Now, Caulfield Protest, third against second, Protest in Melbourne. The rider of the third place getter, Grand Parade, has lodged an objection. Terry McAuliffe in Adelaide for the Goodwood Handicap Group 1.
The gates crash back, they're racing, and French Clock, last year's winner, was one of the best to begin. Showing good speed in the early stages was a point. Rain Dance Lady was prominent, and pushing through nearer the inside was St Clemens Bell, and Rancho Sparks in that leading group as well. Just in behind those on settling down then, we had Making Ground, Rain Dance Lady nearer the inside. French Clock now drifting back from El Mirada. Also getting